Go ahead.
I gave you all the copies, street light car.
Is everybody here, Elizabeth? Elizabeth, you gotta talk a little bit.
Microphone malfunction.
Street light and fire hydrant outstanding summary that I created. I had someone do it. Can you hear me?
Get your finger in it. Elizabeth, there's gonna make that staggering. Just let it down.
I don't care.
Down on your belly.
Bob, can you please help her?
She has done last week. We know what you want, Elizabeth. Dawn, can you address that? We're getting so far now.
Yeah, Supervisor Clowden was addressed the street lights and fire.
Charlene, she can't hear it. Look, you got it this time. It's usually me.
Anyway, it's a breakdown of the total number of residents outstanding light and fire hydrant bills that go back a number of years. And there's one that the highest amount owed is $789. There's only one person. There are 5 that owe between $600 and $700, and this is just a breakdown of delinquency. I hesitate to bring it up, but we've talked about it a number of times, but we haven't done anything about it. It's not fair to the people that pay their bills faithfully every month for this to exist. And we've talked about it, but we've never done anything.
Well, that's not true. Dawn has a report on, we asked him last month to get some pricing. Dawn?
Well, I did, unfortunately, that just came in today. I forwarded that email to the board. Chris has also, over the past 2 months, provided a cost estimate because
I saw it.
the township first has to establish a fee schedule and then go after those outstanding assessments.
Well, I saw what Chris provided, and I think I heard what came in.
Right, that just came in late today.
What Chris provided, by the way, you have Allegheny County in there. A lot of it is going to be more than the residents.
Excuse me, Elizabeth has the floor, please. It's hard for us to hear her.
I'm suggesting this, that before anything is done, that we send a letter, and if we have to send a letter every week for a month or 2, before we do anything.
I confer to Chris with this because I don't know that the law, which is expressed in the second-class township code, allows you to pick and choose as to who you're going to late. So that would probably be a legal question for Chris to answer. But it makes perfect sense. I understand what you're saying. If someone owes $25,
Could we lean over a certain dollar amount?
I don't know. That's what Chris would have to advise.
And a lot of municipalities do have a threshold, say either an amount of time it's late or a dollar amount to make it worthwhile. Some take the position that even if you're $25 underpaid, it should be relatively easy for you to make the payment. So they will have their solicitor or an outside collection agency send, the demand letter saying, listen, pay this $25 or you might be subject to paying $150 filing fees. So let's get this wrapped up.
Instead of the filing and maybe following along your lines, Elizabeth, would it be more appropriate to say, I'm going to suggest that it comes from Chris, the township solicitor. Those residents, I think, would tend to pay a little more attention than if it were to come from, say, board of supervisors or township manager or secretary. If Chris were to give a first notice and then perhaps a last notice and say now, or maybe 3 chance, whatever it is that the board decides, but it would give people that opportunity to pay without having to pay all the fees that are tacked on top of
I
this
should
assessment.
think that we easily compose a couple of letters.
Sure.
To do it first from the township.
Okay.
You're saying before we hire counsel, go after an official.
Yes.
Okay.
And there are people that are on this list that I know we have a hard time making the payment, or we can accept payments on it.
Sure.
There was something else I wanted to say about, we've lost some of this money because of 2 sales that have just recently taken place, and it was sizable amounts. And I hope that we don't continue to lose it.
Now, one of the things Chris and I talked about today was sometimes these liens go to the individual, not tied to the property. Am I correct, Chris, or am I?
Some of them, the municipal claim would be tied to the property. We reduce it to a judgment, we could proceed in some city. That would
Well, you can't
probably
reduce
not be cost effective. And that's the way you get a judgment against it.
You can't reduce it to a property if the property has already been sold and somebody else owns it.
If, for example, if the claim's approved 4 years ago and it's sold, then we didn't have anything recorded, the buyer would be responsible for it. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Can everybody hear Chris? I don't know.
I think they.
Can everybody hear
I
me?
can hear him. Can you hear her?
All right, Don is on, and he's going to get us several proposals, but Elizabeth, if that's a request, if the board is interested in having us proceed that way, to send some notices out there, they have to be considered informal,
Yes.
because it doesn't follow the code, but it might work.
Well, I'll prepare a draft letter for the board to review, and then once I get a receipt board, once the board approves, and I think we can do that administratively, I'll send those out, and then maybe we see what the results are, and that may give the board some a gauge at least to determine whether or not we get Chris involved.
All right. Is that
Would it
it?
be all right if I took a look at these informal letters, because,
No.
we are debt collecting.
No.
Even if we're doing it informally, we want to be careful about it.
That's fine.
All right.
All right.
Is that it, Elizabeth? All right, there will be no further business. This meeting is declared adjourned. Thank you.
Wait, we're unadjourned.
This is the policy.
He can't go into the policy. We're not adjourned.
Well, it's handled as old business. Policy for auxiliary personnel to get clearances.
What kind of clearances?
Has required criminal background and.
Like state police and all of them, the health
Like you would,
providers?
like you would require on a volunteer. Sean's not doing
Well, let us get,
Let's just get going.
right. So for next month's meeting, let's identify what kind of clearances we should have
Definitely
for
criminal background.
what we can have for employees. Make sense? Okay. Next item was, you want to address, or you had information on the treasury bond that was modified, that the citizens know?
The treasury bond was set at $350,000, the treasurer's bond, excuse me.
Yes.
As authorized by the board and directed by the board, that bond was increased to $1 million.
I was confused by that, only from the standpoint that I thought our auditor told us $350,000 was more than sufficient.
Now, we clarified the meaning of cash. Cash is any check, holdings, anything as far as revenue coming into the township.
So
that
$1
was,
million will cover.
that's been executed March 8th, the copy of which has been already
We
submitted.
saw, I saw it.
Frank, you had a quick question on front-end loader.
Yeah, I noticed there that we have our loader out of commission or something, we have to rent a loader for how long was a period of time?
We're waiting to hear back from Rudd right now on the time frame. They've already identified what the repair was that was needed. Don and I had a conference call with the service manager yesterday, and he's going to get back to us on their level of participation.
Is it under warranty and how old is the machine?
The machine's 5 years old, it came out of warranty in October.
But I thought when we talked about it, the $600 oil test.
Yes, we're working with corporate to track.
We're working with corporate to tell them, because we have followed their recommended maintenance schedule as well as using
And the
the filters,
malfunction
oils.
hasn't mattered.
Bill and I have been in touch. We're hoping that this doesn't last much longer.
Preliminary cost estimate is $13,000, and we're looking at them, and best case scenario, we're participating in at possibly a 20% level between Rudd and Volvo.
So we're running a motor for how long?
We were hoping just for a month.
Month?
Yeah.
Hopefully less than that, Frank, but I mean, it's, yeah, that would be the worst
They're
case scenario.
they're indicating to us that this problem may exist in the front axles also. That being said, we may have to move on to this piece of equipment, even though it's only 5%.
That would be terrible.
And then lastly, any other thoughts, any more questions for him? Under the old business as well was update on members that would be added to the zoning or comprehensive plan or the zoning or planning commission.
Chairman Sabat, we've tried several times with announcements in the newspaper. We have it actively still listed on our website. I know Chairman Cassiola was talking about possibly a newsletter. We could try to do that. Or create a mailer.
Has no one ever responded?
You know, since I was directed 2 or 3 months ago to place an ad and received one letter of interest. That's it. I quite honestly think that people that may know other people out there that think they're good or want to be participants in the comprehensive planning committee, or I really honestly believe that's the best way to get people to volunteer.
Solicit people you know that.
Right. Talk to people you know, talk to friends you know.
I saw Bruce had a few applicants. didn't
He does, there's like what, 4 or
There
5?
have been some standing applicants, though, right, that we still
Yeah,
have.
but we were trying to
We haven't
get
done anything
10.
with yet, right.
We were trying to get 10.
But as far as the last directive, I've only received one letter of interest.
Are the letters that were sent in before, are they still?
Yes.
Yes.
Like
they are.
Sandy?
my husband is still listed as part
Right,
of
we were
it.
seeking more applicants for a larger pool, Darlene.
Okay.
We only got one more since those initial applications, that's it.
So we're going to continue to find or get creative on different ways to get more people.
Sure.
And maybe a list or a flyer or something that describes the positions
Yes.
that we can personally or anyone can take and hand deliver. And
What does a planning commission member do, or what does a
That's right.
zoning hearing board member do?
that's right. Because it's important. We should have 15, 20, 30, is my opinion, that these are the people that will be helping to rewrite the comprehensive plan that will determine the next 15, 20 years,
I
right?
will tell you though, when we met with the comprehensive plan committee, the advisor strongly advised against a large group of people. And he said, you don't ever get anything accomplished. He said, you're better off having 1 or 2 people from each different group, maybe 5 to 10 total, and go from there.
Yeah, that was his opinion, but I would like to hear many ideas, because then that's the shape. And if you have 3 or 4 that just want it a certain way, then we could end up looking like Heidelberg or a township of rooftops. And so you need as many people and input and ideas. That's what you feel, but we'll continue on that then, right? And then any other items? Nope. Now the meeting adjourned.
Before you adjourn, can she ask?
Sure, what's the question?
She wants to know if she can have something put on next month's agenda.
Sure. What is it? In reference to what?